You mentioned in one of your posts in Telegram for this session the north and south nodes, and specifically gate 22 and 47. Just curious if you could just connect these to the mute and the muse. I have the 47 in my north node and the 22 in my south node. Ooh, so this was a nodal kind of swap for you. Okay, great. Thank you for asking. So the 22 is a Pisces gate. Pisces is another water sign. Emotional alchemy is happening here. We're in the sign of Cancer. And so we've got Cancer as our zodiac season, and we've got Pisces as this north node. We're needing to honor our emotions, let them sit at the table so that we can alchemize. The 47 is the alchemist, and it's here to transmute the past. Start to understand, why did things happen the way they happen? And remember how I said it's about completing the arc? We want to finish our myth, finish our hero's journey, and at the end of that, we're reflecting on what we've been through because we felt the feeling. The 47 is putting together the pieces of the puzzle, and you'll have that aha moment. Because that aha moment is what you need. You need to name the medicine. Remember, I told you the mute, it carries the trauma that it experienced carries it's connected to an emotion. And we need to get with that emotion. We need to get to the root of, why are you protecting me right now? What happened to you? Can I sit with you? And when we do that, we start an alchemical process because we're being with ourselves. We're giving ourselves what maybe we weren't given or afforded when we were younger, you know? Because maybe our parents didn't have the space to sit with us, to help us get with our feelings. Maybe they don't know how to get with their feelings. And so the mute has feelings, has traumas. And so with the mute to muse process in the workshop that I shared, we are taking dedicated, devoted time to sit with those emotions. And I have different processes to help you alchemize those emotions. And so during this nodal shift, now is the opportunity for the collective to work through whatever emotions that are just stuck and left in the system. The past is the 47. It's transmuting the past. If we're not connecting the past to emotion, we're just intellectualizing something. We're not actually integrating it because we're not feeling it. We numb it to keep ourselves safe, to because it's also not very, it doesn't feel good sometimes, right? Negatively valenced emotions are not favorable to people. Sadness, depression, anger, rage, fear. I can't tell you how much fear I've been transmuting because of a moment last November where my expression was physically stopped and my throat would get tight. That fear would rise again. I'm like, wow, fear's back. Okay, I'm feeling there's a resonance in whatever's happening right now that feels like that past moment. And I've had to keep metabolizing it, like being with myself. It's safe, it's safe, it's over. We survived, it's okay. And that's what I want to do with you guys is give you opportunity to have a container of safety where we're committed and we're accountable to be with ourselves. It's really, really, really sad how busy we make our lives to avoid the feeling, to avoid feeling the feeling. I'm really sad right now. It's I feel my mom. She's very busy, busy energy, and whenever I'm around her, she just cries and she's like, "Why do you do this to me?" I'm like, "I don't know why. You're because you're allowed to feel with me. Like you can feel. You don't have to hide it." But we had conversations before about how it wasn't safe to feel. It was so busy. Her mom was drowning in four children, and she was like, you're the oldest. You're gonna be the one to take care of everyone, and we don't have time for your emotions. Grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up right now." And guess what? She didn't have space to feel. And so busy, 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 doing, doing, doing was what made her valuable. Feeling? No, she's an emotional authority. It's really sad when parts of us aren't welcome. And I think that's the core of this all. We want all emotions, all parts of us to sit at the table. And thank you, Lori, for asking that question about the nodal shift because the 22 lets all the emotions sit at the table. It's like the knights of the round table with every emotion sitting around the table. And guess what? When one stands up because it's got issue, we're like, you have the stage. What would you like to share? You can also imagine our emotions as being separate parts and identities, and imagine yourself sitting in a boat, like a rowboat, not a stable boat, a rowboat. And you have like we're all needing to row. But if one of our parts are triggered, you know what they do? They stand up and they freak out. And then the whole boat shakes. And we're like, oh my God. And it's in the moment right there that matters. Do you tell that part to sit down, shut up, get out of, like, you are messing this, we're trying to get to the island and you're screwing up the process. Shame, shame, guilt, sit down. Was that done to you? Most likely it was, and that's how we learned. When an emotion stands up, why are you doing this? Stop making an issue that where there's a non-issue. So in that moment, we got to be like, everybody stop rowing. Let's see what's going on. And when we do that, we all get into harmony and synergy together because that part's heard and felt, and then it sits down. And then we work together. Teamwork! We have to. So what are we doing with this transit shift? We're doing exactly that. And why is mute to muse the solution for that? One of the solutions for that? Because we sit with the emotions and we say, oh, this came up. Okay. And that is in the way of the muse. If that part may have sat down, but it's not shutting up. It is hijacking your nervous system. Nothing's coming out of you. Nothing. So that's why we got to get that part to come back in. And yes, you'll express. Like, that part's not going to be a big block or barricade in front of you. You'll express. It's just with your wholeness, with the totality of you. No, because that part's left out. And that part probably has like a crap ton of magic in it. And you're like, sorry, it has so much emotion. It's also filled with so much vitality. Emotions are what make messages sparkle. People don't make music about only the joyful things. They talk about real stuff. And if you don't give that emotion, that part, that mute a voice, it dies with you. And then there's no resonating, there's no relating. Your art becomes not relatable. We can't just show it's pretty. We have to integrate. And it's not just like throwing up. Like, can you make art? Can you reveal? Can you offer that? But first, you have to sit at the altar of you and be with that. Because it's going to transform and alchemize, and what you offer will have that emotion, have that trauma, but have the medicine too. And then you offer the medicine. It's the whole arc of the hero's journey. That's all we're doing in this life. It's like, where am I at on my journey? What quest, what side quest am I going on? Look, I found this tool. It's amazing. If I didn't sit with myself, I wouldn't get mute to muse. I wouldn't gotten any of this stuff. But it's because I sat with myself, because a month ago I was grieving and going to the sea and pouring my soul and heart out into the ocean, and I had to feel the grief. I had to feel what I was feeling, and on the other side of that, so much stuff emerged. And it was validation that this is what I need to do. And so I'm just saying, it's an option for you. So I share it. And I'm like, people need this. This is the medicine I found. Maybe you want it.